welcome back to the CWL replay broadcast. I'm IHOLDSHIFT. It's good to see you back once again. Thank you for coming out and checking it out. We've got day 2 action coming at you from the pool plays. This time, as you see it on the screens, UYU taken up against Heretics. After the first day, after UYU was able to beat Red Reserve in the last match of their pool play day 1, they would be coming in with a 1-2 records. Heretics looking to set themselves up potentially to spoil some of this pool, which, to be honest, my expectations going in would be that Heretics could beat teams like UYU, and with how weak Red Reserve was looking, maybe they could even take 2 games. You never know. We'll find out the answer here, though, as we do have a first game of pool play day number 2, UYU going up against Heretics. I'm right at you. Enjoy. So let's get this thing started. We've got UYU and Heretics. First match of the day of day 2 in this pool. So we weren't exactly sure what to expect from Heretics, but it will be hard point on frequency. Spoof will find the first blood, but Sucre's on the outside, essentially for free. He's got himself one. How about a second? Make that, I guess, a third if you want to count his teammate. Oh, one more shot will do, but not able to find what looked to be the end of Proto's life. He'll prone on under, and he will actually escape, and Journey's got no idea that Proto had gone prone. And Heretics, who only found a single tick, are now getting shrugged off this point pretty convincingly by UYU. And Spoof will hold this middle area with the SOG. Not the best weaponry for it, but he still is able to capitalize with at least 1 kill. But again, Heretics finding a lot of team kills, keeping them away from having the favorable numbers on points. Granted, again, they are getting aggressive with their challenges. Mayhem will find one, Nova another, which will keep this point in UYU's favor. Very good first control. For UYU, they'll get up to about 25 on the scoreboard. Exactly that. And the second point will be favored by UYU, who did have the spawns on this side of the map to begin with and have not switched as of yet. Proto now looking to sweep up over the middle. We'll be able to clean up one. Looking for a second. We'll be able to turn and find the bash. Not going to be so lucky, haha, to find the third, as Lucky would be the guy who take him down. Meanwhile, Skies will be our dedicated anchor for the time being. He did a good job of finding a couple of eliminations there. 2 to be exact. He's on a 3 streak. We'll be playing this one patiently, but now has to go and assist on the point as Heretics is coming in with a lot of kills. And Sucre's doing a really good job so far. He's 6-5 overall. Journey not so fortunate at the 1-5, but UYU, regardless, will still hold on to the spawns and the majority of this hard point. Heretics not doing a very good job of moving around and getting themselves in a position to shrug UYU not only off the point, but potentially out of their spawn. So with only 15 seconds, now down to just 5, Heretics will have to give up the rest of that point and try to set themselves up nicely for what will be their first major capture point, at least so they hope. Spoof, though, on the flank. I don't know if he saw Methods. Not going to make much of a difference as Mayhem has found a couple of kills on the point. Nova, another, and UYU is absolutely manhandling Heretics. Mayhem switching over just to get the last challenge. Going to that Mozu. Now, can he find the window? Was one, looking for a second, will not find the bash. But the rest of UYU trying to trade away. Heretics finally getting themselves some much-needed control as it was starting to get a little out of hand. 81-13 is our current score. Nova, again, holding down this elbow area. No one's flanking around. Can actually now deal with double back and double check, and Journey will be there. Proto will try to come forward, and Proto finds himself both kills. You cannot allow that to happen if you're Heretics. Not pushing forward, but Sucre's there to take care of it. 8 seconds left in this hard point. And again, Heretics found little to no capture whatsoever. Now setting themselves up for this 4th capture point. They are pushed under the pipes area, but it'll force UYU to spawn on the opposite side of the map, and a good opening frag there from Methods, absolutely needed as well. Skies will take control over the middle, and you'll see that he's here for free. Jumping down now, putting himself on the point. He's got 2 Heretics players in front of him, but Spoof has already found the double kill, and UYU is running away with this one at the moment. Heretics have found, again, very little room to work with whatsoever, and now we're getting to the point where UYU is very close to their specialist, so this could snowball pretty quickly, although Sucre, again, doing a very good job. The only player, really, of substance on his team so far. 14-10 as Spoof and Methods will trade away their lives to each other. The most cordial of gifts. 2 players still on Heretics will be sitting in the middle of Metals, able to clean up 2 before getting taken down. Now you got to look at Lucky. He needs to clean this last shot out. Mayhem, though, with the Mozu will not allow him to do such. And we've got ourselves up to 100 points for UYU. Sukri, though, has earned himself a War Machine and is using it. He does find 2 opening kills, so that will allow Heretics to get the early capture on this first point. And again, one hard point could swing this back in favor. If you're a Heretics fan, you absolutely need them to be in control. An H streak right now for Sukri, and he's got all 3 streaks available. Now Skies wants the challenge with the Tempest. But Method's up close. No one actually scouts him out. He will take down Skies, so here's an opportunity knocking as Sukri has those streaks. Hasn't used any yet. Mayhem with the War Machine. Will be able to find Sukri before the cluster nade gets utilized. 20 seconds remaining for UYU, who have made this, well, a 70-point game. It looked like it was going to be a good control point for Heretics, but they weren't able to quite control it as much as they would have liked. Now, here's a flank coming up for Journey and Metals. They really need to get a win on this outside so they can force the spawns away. UYU trying to deal with it. They will take down one. Nova is the last one left to contest. Chasing for once again. Here comes the Hellstorm, and Sukri's found himself too, and that'll be enough to push into the base, and Metals will actually take down Spoof before he could get the grab slam off. So all of a sudden, Heretics with attack 5 popped. A couple of streaks still alive for Sukri if he does want to use them. They will flip the spawns around in their favor into Metals with 2. What a bash that was. A big play. UYU able to flip the spawns back around once again, though. Heretics just not doing a good job of holding their positions and giving themselves an advantage on point. Every time they look to have something set up, they shake it and it gets taken away from them very quickly. Even after some incredible plays to shut down so far what has been very little success out of the specialist equipment from UYU. Now Metals potentially with a chance with a grab slam. Lucky very close to a Tempest. He would love that. Sukri has popped in the drone squad for this next point. You need to be very careful how you approach this point if you're UYU. You want to try to avoid the drone squad as much as possible. They have nothing to deal with it. And it looks like the first objective is to swing the spawns around again, and UYU will do so almost immediately. Now recontesting the point itself. You can see the drone squad is still stuck outside, actually. They can't make their way in to the hard point itself, so UYU doing a good job of avoiding where those drones are and giving themselves the potential to get to 200 points and then some if they do not get broken by the Heretics, who are coming forward. Mayhem has found himself a very nice cluster nade, though. Able to take down 2. Only one more contesting for Heretics, and Mayhem will take out the outside contester. Now back in! Oh my goodness, Mayhem! He's sitting on a 4 streak. What a clutch little jump peek that was. He will be tagged over the middle, so Heretics should know that he's here, but one will run by. Methods will turn around and clean it up, and it looks like UYU will be stopped just short of 200, but Heretics still struggling to get up to 100 points of their own. They do, again, still have that grab slam and a Tempest. Sukri still with the lightning strike. This would be the point to use it. If they do get broken here, anticipate seeing Sukri using it, or just to start things off to keep everyone at bay, and that's the case. Sukri will drop it in. We'll find 2 and a teammate, so a 2-for-1 trade-off. Actually, just a 2-for-2 trade. Metals coming forward. He wanted to use the grab slam. I think he actually hit the trigger on it. Yeah, he sure did. Only retains 50% of the charge. And again, nearly a 100-point game favoring UYU, but a lot of trades happening over the middle as Heretics will actually find themselves on top numbers-wise. Spoof being very patient. He's already recharged the 50% that he was missing from whiffing on his initial grab slam attempt. But it looks like UYU is going to give up the rest of this hard point and swing around to try to find the 3rd rotation in their favor. Spoof will drop the grab slam and drop 1 player. That was Metals. Sky's able to assist on the point itself, so UYU will find capture percentage, and this will surely lead to them having 200. And now they have a vision pulse as well, which will be good to know where Heretics is spawning from. Eliminates any potential of any pinches coming in, although Heretics will just flood right through the outside elbow and find a lot of success to get through and actually retain the point. So beautiful break and retake for Heretics, now getting to about 140. Chipping away at this very monumental lead for UYU. Proto not sure where he wants to aim. Will be taken away. Spoof will contest again, having not hit that grab slam for much. Will be without it. And that is not the TAC 5 you want to see. 2 players still on the respawn. Will not re-receive the 200 HP, but the 3 players who did grab it will contest and break the point and grab a little bit of extra time. And again, every little second ends up becoming miles for Heretics to reclimb as, again, they are still a good 60-plus points away from a draw. Well, a couple of trade kills over the middle will allow Heretics to set themselves up nicely for this hard point. They need all of this time. Very badly. Lucky over the middle will be able to find one before he gets dropped by Spoof. Now Heretics, how can you receive this? You have not done a good job so far of holding spawns. You need to do so here. And on the point, a lot of trades back and forth. Spoof will try to get his way in there, but won't be able to find it. On the left-hand side, top of the minimap, Skies is in, and he's already forced himself, I think, to spawn both teams out at the moment. A clutch battle happening there. Sukri will actually win it in just in the nick of time as Methods will retain. And Sukri, my goodness, him and Lucky playing absolutely phenomenally. 29 or 28 and 22 for Sukri, who's had himself a monster game. And now Metals is starting to get involved. And how about that for a triple kill off screen? Finding himself 2 with the Sog of the Grab Slam, which will actually set up Heretics to find some initial capture on this third point. And they did have a very good control point on underneath the lights. And they actually forced UYU to spawn out here as well. Spoof doing what he can to try to win the spawns back. We'll actually find one person Tempested on the right-hand elbow. Sukri will let that fade away and then look to recontest this middle spawn area, but now reinforcements are flooding in for both sides. But it looks like UYU will keep their presence in spawn, but meanwhile, while all this is happening, Heretics has put themselves within 10, as they had a lot of control of the point. And attack 5, did he put that away? I think he may have, as the War Machine was out from Sukri to find a couple of kills. Now sitting at 30 and 24. Metals up close and personal will give Skies a kiss on the forehead. And Proto, who did a really nice job to find 2, eventually got traded away. UYU, they cannot win off this point, but they will be darn close. And Heretics knows they have to play a pretty perfect point coming up. It'll be 246. Make that 245. The 213 and oh, that's not what you want. Heretics had 3 members on, and they immediately got traded away. Fortunately, Metals survives. Reinforcements on the way. Metals wins a very clutch gunfight underneath UYU's pipes at the moment. And well, how about a little bit more Metals? That's absolutely clutch. Now we're down to 221 and counting. UYU only needs to break once. Metals trying to get on his horse to get back. Methods is doing what he can to stay alive, but won't be able to do so. 249, and there it is. UYU will get the retake and the break, and they will take the win, 250 to 224. One of the many multi-kills, I imagine, coming in from AM. This is the cluster for 2. Actually survives his own and then turns the corner. You'll see a third one here in a second. There it is. And there's a lot of triple kills coming through for both sides. A very close match, but again, Heretics could not surmount the comeback. And it was a tall task to order up. So we'll move on to Search and Destroy with UYU up 1-0. So we will be doing Search and Destroy on Gridlock, and it will be UYU holding the bomb first and foremost on attack. And it looks like the bomb is inching towards A. But, oh, we've got Lucky sniping. Over here by B Street. Spoof over the middle. We'll get a little bit of information that there are some players, and Lucky actually does find the first blood on Skies, who did peek a little over aggressively. And the Paladin already having a little bit of an impact here early on. Proto will get the bomb down, though, at A. And now it's a 4-on-5. And UYU, for all intents and purposes, is playing defense. How long can they keep Heretics at bay? Oh, that's not going to do so well. Methods comes in, and Sukri Metals as well. Heretics overwhelming. Nova does find a double kill, but it's not enough, as there were still 2 more players to chew through. And Heretics will get the easy defuse. Methods, who found that double kill in that game. Pardon me, in that map. What am I saying? We'll get the defuse to help towards potential score streaks, and at least to start chipping away at his specialist equipment. Here is this play from Methods. He finds this cross peak. Mayhem, I don't know what that peak was, and then we'll turn the corner. And Nova will not be able to run away for too long. So now Heretics will have their chance on offense. Skies and crew will start to head out and set up their defense. And will anyone contest Lucky? Has he still picked up the Paladin? That's my question. We'll try to listen for sound cues. Looks like Lucky playing aggressively. Probably not. Oh, bad angle for Proto. Gets caught off guard as most of the Heretics lineup pushes right through the middle, although Mayhem does rotate over to find one pick. So that'll leave us with some 4-on-4. And it looks like the bomb will swing around and head towards A. I imagine Journey is our bomb carrier. 2 players here to receive this from UYU. That's Nova and Spoof. Sukri has put himself in a pretty decent spot just around the immediate salon spa mirrors and such, and will try to dive across, but no, Skies is here for the assistance. And just in the nick of time, too, because there is a pinch attempted to be happen from Heretics. They won't find the success. Methods holding onto the bomb and a very long angle for way too long. Although, look at this. How about this little angle? He could potentially take down both at the same time. Will actually run all the way around and, well, lost track of Nova, who was at 1 HP or close to it in one instance of that fight. So that will be drawn up. Both defenses successful. A 1-1 tie at the moment. Methods could not quite track down where Nova went. A little rig around the rosy. UYU again coming out on offense with Nova on a 5-1 so far. Pretty even stat lines for Heretics. They're sharing the wealth, and it looks like the teams will actually go opposite directions. And you can see the overhead. All 5 players for Heretics are defending at A, but meanwhile, the bomb is over and being planted at B. So now Heretics with an opportunity to potentially pinch. As you can see the overhead view, a lot of members for UYU backing up as they do have the angle to watch the defuse and spam to the bomb site from here. So now Metals needs to find a way to break on, and he finds himself, well, just one. The other was a teammate, and Nova will capitalize on Metals with the Mozu. Now a 4-on-2, Journey and Methods need to play the bomb, and they have to push forward, and I think that UYU realizes that they're not going to be able to get this defused for free. Methods, though, trying to see if he can find a couple of spam shots through the sushi walls. Won't be able to do it, and yeah, you just back up at this point. A 3-on-1. Nova's on a 6-1 kill-death ratio at the moment. You don't want to feed that anymore. A 4 streak that he's already building off of. A nice foundation for Nova so far here in Search and Destroy. And it'll be UYU, again, staying in control and kind of setting the pace for this Search and Destroy so far. Chaos in the boxes over there. And now rolling out, it will be Nova with the scope. Okay. He'll be playing upper B right on top of this tee shot, and he sees Methods, takes a shot, but just a bit outside. The bomb has rotated under, and Lucky's still sniping, actually. Will find the angle, so it will be a 5-on, oh, pardon me, a 4-on-4, as Journey was also taken down. Lucky holding a very aggressive angle with the Paladin through the ice cream shop. Not going to find the connection. One more rotating, not going to find it. Now watching the long angle, I think he saw his shoulder. Meanwhile, though, in the back, Sukri has got himself a little bit of a battle with Skies, who wants to try to flank. We are 3-on-3. A concussion is good, but there's better help from Heretics to keep that push at bay. And it looks like Skies has had enough of this battle and will back away, which will leave Heretics a little bit lost as far as where he may have gone to. I don't know if Sukri just saw him or not. Skies completely backing up, and it doesn't look like UYU knows that the bomb is down, which is obviously the main objective first for Heretics to grab. Skies will find a long-range shot on the Methods and a little bit of a flank coming out for UYU. And at this point, with Lucky only having the Mozu, it looks like it just will be a 3-on-1. Bomb will be picked up from Sukri, but unless he gets this pick, he will actually get the pick. He needs to start dropping the bomb right now. He's going to try to get it, but not going to realize there's not enough time. We'll look for an elimination instead, and we'll actually find a nicely won gunfight against Skies, so Sukri will only walk away from this round with a little bit of kill streak being built up, but a 3-1 scoreline is much more favorable to Team UYU. Good long-range shots from Skies. It's locked in. Does he find another one here? Oh, this is the battle versus Lucky, which he nearly got bashed over the head with that Mozu. And now it's UYU's turn again. They've been in control, obviously, as the scoreboard will tell the tale. But pacing-wise, they really have kind of marked the flow of the game, with the exception of Nova and his battle versus Lucky, which has gone Lucky's way more often than not. Although Nova now has switched over to an ICR. You actually switched your weapons that quickly. I guess so. Lucky will find an opening headshot, though, on a Skies. We'll check the bomb site, see nothing is there. Double check it now with a Mozu, which Spoof will be happy to let him know what the current temperature is over there. Suki, though, will re-rotate back through and at least find one for his life. Jump in the window. It looks to be more of Heretics players. Journey is close, and this is an awkward angle. Mayhem will be taken down, though, and Journey with 2 down the back alley will win the control, and UYU, who wanted to find a couple more eliminations before planning, will be turned aside, and Heretics will give themselves a much-needed round before that one started to get a little bit too out of hand. I'm not even sure if Journey saw that there were 2 players there, but he'll take it. And now you take a look at Methods, very close to his tack. Nova as well. And Sukri. Oh my goodness, Lucky. Very close to his War Machine was what I was going to say before we were rudely interrupted. Nova has not quite found a tune out of his trombone yet, as he continues to hard scope over towards B, which it is completely clear. Can Heretics find a way to win out at A? That would be incredible if it could. A little bit of a wallbang attempt from Lucky, but he will back up, find an ICR, and look to contest with his team. A 4-on-2 situation. Again, Nova does not have a second weapon. He's got no idea where anybody is, so it's going to have to be down to him finding a Mozu kill. We'll try to peek a long angle. Has seen one, but not able to connect it. Now he's got himself a Maddox, but immediately from behind, Journey and Metal's able to do the job. And all of a sudden, Heretics have put themselves in an all tied up game, mostly off the back end of these clutch picks from Lucky. Very quick on the draw. Nope. That is not where you're supposed to be running. No human should be running on top of a armored truck, so no thank you. Get down, sir. No running in the pool. Attack 5. Yeah, I was wondering if it was going to be popped, and it will. Nova will once again take his sniper towards B. But Heretics have spammed a lot of gunfire and some more noise over by A and realized that nobody is there. So all 5 of them will actually rotate all the way back through over towards B, although I say that, and Metals will be the last one to rotate, as he did not want to quite commit to leaving A alone, but the bomb being planted at B will get them in. Wow. Mayhem getting shot up underneath the truck at that angle by the looks of it. Is dancing all over the place, and Lucky has found himself a Maddox and a kill on Mayhem, so now all of a sudden a 5-on-4. Heretics coming in. Metals will use the ground pound. Grab slam is good. Up and over is the concussion from Spoof, which will actually stun Methods, but he's not there to capitalize. And now Methods will try to go for the bomb, but will be taken down. Immediately contested from Lucky, and that's an easy challenge. 4 players survive, and Heretics will find themselves their first lead here in Search and Destroy. Can they build off of it? If Lucky continues to snipe like he has been, well, I see no reason why they couldn't. Wow. Beautiful long-range shots from Methods. Well controlled as he peeked the corner. 4-3 the score. Sukri has got himself a War Machine. Lucky has a Tempest. And Nova is the only one who has anything, and that's going to be Attack 5. Will they decide to use it? Lucky with the sniper. Wants to find a long-range shot if possible. Journey pushing forward is giving away some information. And I think Lucky may have saw the shoulder of Nova sitting along the side of this street sweeper. And it looks like Heretics, even though they have the eliminations, will just back up, and they're going to rotate all the way around to A, which will be a free site. Although it looks like UYU may have sniffed this out, as 3 players are rotating to A. This is such a good call from UYU. And Lucky actually almost drops. That would have been a huge kill. Picking up the scope, and oh, he had an angle on Nova, but not able to find the connection. Bomb will be planted. Enough space gained, and wow, big frag there from Metals on Spoof. And there is a War Machine in play from Sukri. Well, it should be taken down by Nova's ICR, so an opportunity for UYU, although I say that, and Journey and Metals will just get a little bit of a pinch there in the towel rack area. Now 5-3. Heretics within 1 of putting it away. They did use the War Machine that round. But it does put UYU's backs up against the wall, and they do have attack 5. Full streaks for Metals as well. This one looks like it very well could be all over, depending on how these streaks are used. Journey also has a lightning strike. Attack 5 needs to be used and will be for UYU. And if they could win this round and maybe expend some of the streaks from Heretics, they would be in a position. Hellstorm will come out first and foremost. I think it saw a little bit of information that at least one player had poked by A, but it won't find any connections. Bomb will be planted here shortly, I imagine. Drone squad coming in. Metals, though, taking a lot of damage. And UYU's got nothing that they can use to counter this. Lightning strike also being utilized. Won't find anything. Meanwhile, normal weaponry will be exchanged for kills. Drone squad will find an elimination on the Proto, which I believe that drone squad actually is floating just outside to his left, which does lock this bomb site down pretty significantly. Mayhem and Spoof coming forward, though. We'll find a pretty big elimination. Lucky has popped the Tempest, and he wants to put this one away now. But Spoof has found himself a 3rd kill this round. 2-on-1, the Tempest needs to be utilized nicely. Bomb being planted. Lucky doesn't see it. Oh, but he misses the shot. He had one down, checks the bomb, which needed to be planted, and Spoof uses the grab slam to clean things up and gives himself, I believe, a 4-kill round. Wow. Missed opportunity there for Heretics. Could have put that round away and tied this thing up at 1. Goodness. We'll see if that comes back to bite them in the butt. I liked the call from Lucky. Use the Tempest, get the win, but he just narrowly misses the shot. So now Journey and the rest of Heretics still have some work to do. Journey very close to having a Vision Pulse. Also still has that Hellstorm. Metals, meanwhile, with the Lightning Strike. Heretics walking their way into B. Trophy system is down for Heretics. Potential to stretch planet, but won't be able to do it because there is a player still contesting from the ice cream shop. Skies has been put himself prone in the tea shop. That cafe area. Mayhem will challenge, not able to find the last bit of connection that he needed. Skies, very patient. Metals will find the opening shots there. This is that angle to start spamming at the feet. No, my goodness, Journey got lucky that Skies decided that he wanted to reload instead of continue spraying through. Will find himself a 2nd kill, though. Double kill now for Skies, working on more 2-on-2 situation. UYU still working without the bomb being down from Heretics yet. Skies has also now found him a Maddox. Wants to rotate around. He's got one player with him. That's Spoof. The bomb comes back there, and Skies from behind turns on one, and Spoof with the other from the opposite angle. The crossfire is good, and the eliminations are there. We've got ourselves a tie game. Oh no, if you're a Heretics fan, you hate to see it. Could have been 6-3, now all of a sudden we go to round 11. Oh man, if UYU managed to pull this out, it would be a thing of wonder and a little bit of luck. UYU will try to get that done, though, by playing the offense, and Skies does have a Tempest. Journey with the Vision Pulse. I imagine we'll see it soon. Spam fire coming through these little doors. Pack mask. Oh, Skies nearly beefed that. Vision Pulse used for Heretics. Trophy system takes care of that concussion being tossed out errantly. Lightning or Hellstorm comes through, and oh, Journey has found Skies methods. Meanwhile, has been able to take down another. So a 4-on-2, UYU down to their last hope. Mayhem gets taken down, 1 kill before he can find the War Machine, and Heretics will survive this one, and I do say survive, as it was narrowly UYU on the comeback after a misplay from Lucky with that Tempest. He'll make up for it here. And Heretics will tie it up 1-1. We'll be back with Game 3 on Control in just a bit. And then back to Frequency, as we will be playing Control this time around on what was our hardpoint map, and it will be, by the looks of it, UYU on offense first, and they'll opt to go towards A. And both of these points rather 50-50. So it comes down to who can just win the trade. Spoof will take care of 2 kills, but will be traded away. So a 3-on-3 action happening over the point until respawns can get here. But there already are 2 ticks completed on A, and looks like Heretics, they'll give one last possible contester, but Skies is not letting anything happen. That'll be a very early take of capture point A. And UYU, instead of pushing forward to potentially spawn trap, they're going to flank all the way back around, although a little bit of a delayed push into spawn, and Heretics are all coming back to flood back to make sure this doesn't happen. Journey finding a double kill will shut that action down quickly and actually retie this back up at 21 lives apiece. So we're just left fighting over 1 control point at essentially even lives. Now Heretics increasing their lead marginally so. No action has happened yet at B. And Spoof, while a recontest from Lucky, he'll punish that every day of the week. Cheeky angle from Mayhem. He sits on the outside pipe, but Methods is not able to make anything happen there. And still, we're left with just a 1 life differential. UYU has made very little effort to play the site. Looks like they're just content to play the lives and kills game so far, making this more of a team deathmatch, which Heretics seems to be okay with. Minute left or so, a little bit of minute and change. Again, UYU with a full spread, still want to play eliminations if at all possible. I guess feeling confident in that their gunplay will be able to outmatch Heretics, but Metal says not so fast to that idea. Giving them a 5 live differential, and at no point have we seen any committal to B yet for UYU. Even still, 2 players outer U and a couple more over the middle. Now Mayhem finally able to ring this thing a little bit further backwards, as now they will clean up the mid and head over towards B, as they do have numbers to UYU. And finally setting foot on point. But a little bit of a pinch already set up for the side of Heretics, as Metals and Lucky and a lot of other players are looking at it from different perspectives. It's 4 lives to 8. Heretics now have only 30 seconds to defend, and it looks like this one should surely go their way unless something incredible happens. UYU will step on point, but again, the lives just so favoring Heretics. They can trade out as they retake, and they won't even need to trade out. Nova, last player left alive. Heretics can just double peek this, and Nova's not going to give him a chance as he just falls off the map just before someone can tag him with any shot. So Heretics will take the first defense successfully, up 1-0 now. Play here from Metals. Pretty fortunate, bless RNG spam right there. While concussed. And how do Heretics want to approach the offense? We shall see. Time will tell. So they're sending 2 players, a full split by the looks of it. 3 players towards A, 2 towards B, and wow, look at this patient. Spoof has no idea what he's running into. Will be taken down. Meanwhile, there is action over at B as well. A little bit of a split look here from Heretics, who will now flood 3 players onto A. Wow, what a little bait and switch that was. They touch point B first. 3 players waiting patiently to move to A. They find a kill, and now all of a sudden, capture point A looks to be almost fully completed as they have 2 ticks. Now it will be contested, but Super will take down 1, and wow, beautiful execution. Heretics will find checkpoint A very quickly, and they have a live differential in their favor of 3. Now with time to play with, how do you approach getting to B? Will they be as patient as UYU was, or will they just commit and go for it? Sukri trying to penetrate up the middle. Will be taken down by Proto after a very elongated SOG battle. Looks like Heretics will wait for all 5 players to come back and look to maybe play a couple more picks before digging in, but Methods will be taken down by Nova, who appears to be playing just in the middle side of their lights. And UYU all of a sudden has brought this back. And okay, a little bit of a random hipfire shot there from Metals on Nova. Will be able to help to find himself his 5th straight kills. I think at this point, you're just playing for streaks, if possible, but he actually commits to the point and will be taken down just shy of at least having a lightning strike, so potential mistake there. He's 13-5 though, is Metals. Lives are even between both teams. Trophy system being placed underneath the pipes. Methods continues to challenge in. Metals from the top ropes will come down with the grab slam and then look to push on forward. This will likely be at least 1 tick favoring Heretics on capture point B. Oh, could not quite track down Proto. Oh, and what a clutch tack 5 that was, as Proto was able to turn it into 2, make that 3. And Heretics won't be able to get any more progress done on B besides that first of what would be 3 ticks. Spoof will challenge the elbow just to clear it out. Lucky, though, has popped the Tempest. Another concussion comes through, but no one's able to contest this. Hip fire! Well, he only hit the second one. Almost a deja vu from Search and Destroy. Nova will lose his 200 HP, but will win the gunfight. And what is more important, might you ask? The defense is looking pretty solid so far, especially here on B. A 3-life differential now favoring UYU, as they do have equipment to utilize if they so choose to. Under 30 seconds for Heretics to commit. It looks like they have about 1, maybe 2 pushes left. Although one of those pushes will likely be a little short of full strength. Metal's able to make this a little bit more even of a game. Now down to 10 seconds, and Heretics do have a full surround of the 3 players from UYU who are here. So all of a sudden, Heretics looking to potentially capitalize. They do have a life advantage, and they are on the point. The second of 3 ticks comes in. Cluster Grenade will be used to zone, and I think Heretics may have just done it. Oh, contested at the last second. Sukri able to find himself 1 kill, but Mayhem does not drop down to contest, and Heretics will be up 2-0. And all of a sudden, UYU have a lot of work to do. What around that looked for sure to be theirs. Heretics set up a very good surround of point B, and they pay off with a big round win, even down lives. So now for UYU, you've got a lot of U's, and to be honest, it would be great if you could find some objective EKAs so you can start building towards some potential score streaks. But more importantly, I think you want to try to stagger the use of these specialists as much as possible. Need to have very high efficiency here. Skies will open things up with 1 kill, and how about this? Lucky also falls. Heretics left scrambling to figure out how they want to come back, and if they even want to come back to contest capture point B, which has been the zone that has been the most elusive for both of our offenses so far. There will be a War Machine going off, but I do not believe that was Mayhem's War Machine. So actually that was Sukri's War Machine that popped? I mean, it must have been. He's didn't finish it out, I guess. Is actually capturing both points now is UYU, forcing Heretics to make a decision, and almost 2 full ticks here at A. If UYU can find a way to just finish this capture point, and they do. A big moment here as UYU finds success with the split push, as they had a lot of success at B. Threw some numbers over, and Spoof will drop the grab slam for 2 more. And all of a sudden, UYU, in clinical fashion, are making a statement here on their second offensive attempt. Their first one was thwarted, but now all of a sudden, Heretics have to contest in some way, and they're not going to be able to do so. UYU stacking on point find a very quick 2 capture points, giving themselves a little bit more room to work with. And they didn't have to use a lot. They didn't use the War Machine. They only used the grav. I think this is that play here from Spoof, who will drop the hammer just after his teammate died. So full value. And a third, nicely done. Now UYU on defense. They were so close to keeping Heretics away from what is now their second point, but just fell a little short. Skies with the Tempest. Will concuss the outside. Won't find anything as Heretics have set themselves up this time for what looks to be a full B push. Journey in a little bit of trouble. Will get himself healed up, and fortunately, Metals will find a kill and escape with his life on top of that. So it looks to be Heretics trying to put this one away. And with attack 5 being popped, they should win B. Mayhem will peek and will be immediately punished for it. And now Methods, oh goodness. He's got a vision pulse available for him. And they'll want to look to try to spawn trap a little bit. War Machine does actually find 2. Oh no, Lucky and Methods stacked a little bit too much on top of each other. And the War Machine that came out for Mayhem was good for 2 kills. Which would have been huge for Heretics if they could find a little bit of spawn trap, but oh goodness. Lucky a little bit of spam there. How about one more? Yeah, good use of the War Machine for Mayhem. Skies still has a Tempest. Proto's close to a vision pulse of his own. Oh, wow. Metals immediately gets turned aside as he did get the early aggressive challenge, but Mayhem was ready for it and pre-scoping. The cluster nade comes out and Mayhem, oh my goodness, he's on a 5 streak. He's getting very close to his full streaks, and with that kill off the cluster nade, a big opportunity for UYU. If they can get Mayhem his streaks, this game becomes very winnable all of a sudden. Playing very patiently as Mayhem, the rest of UYU. Methods actually holding a very long angle back where Zone B was. Vision Pulse being used. Now you need to try to put away... Oh, look at this. Methods with a big flank. Vision Pulse now being utilized for both teams. Trades happening over, but now a concussion will come through, allowing Metals to help find another one. Up close and personal was Skies. Proto will switch to the Mozu as he needed to, but he'll only find 1 kill. Point being contested. 1 life differential. Now favoring Heretics. Cluster nade is, though, from Sukri is good. The Tempest has been popped. Needs to be plays from Skies. And he'll chain down 3. At the very clutch second he needed to. UYU on the back of Skies and his Tempest are looking like they might just hold this. Still plenty of time to work with Heretics. 2 life differential. 1 more shot from the Tempest will tell Heretics that the Tempest is still in play. Now it will fade away, though. And Heretics getting very close to having some equipment of their own. Metals coming in. Wants to try to find the grab slam, but Proto bashes him midair. And now all of a sudden, it's a 9-on-6. Mayhem with 2 kills. Make that a 3rd. UYU. 8-on-5, looking to get in. Journey is able to clean up 2, though, so 4-on-7. Still an opportunity, but Heretics need to find a way to get into touch, if at all possible. Sukri will be the first one to get there. He's going to have to slide in. He's got a teammate with him, as Metals is able to beat that one teammate. Sukri with another kill. Method's sick, able to get in and find another kill. Oh, 3-on-1, a 1-on-2. Method's on the point. He's capturing it. He's got an ICR at long range. Both players from UYU coming down the long angle together, and oh, he's got the ICR out. He's able to find 1, a 1-on-1 situation. Proto slides in. He's got the first shots, but Proto able to jump and turn, and Methods gets taken down. Oh my goodness, he wishes he could have switched to the SOG there. The ICR rate of fire just not good enough, and what a clutch play. Oh, Methods had a chance to give Heretics the map, but we will go to a 5th round. Oh, that feels real bad if you're Methods. Skies was able to build himself a lightning strike and a hellstorm in that late of the last round. 26-18 he is. Concussion comes through, but the trophy's able to block. Spoof going in forward to find the first flood. The Sukri's able to take down 2 himself. The trade still favors UYU, and they have all flooded towards A. 1 player sitting over the middle is Mayhem. To make sure that his teammates do not get pinched. Will now back up to stack the point. They would be well found if they could get a 2nd point. And they will. Without contest either. Heretics looking to swarm on in. Do not want to give this point up, but Sukri has already taken out a teammate, and Skies and Proto by their lonesomes will find the trade away kills. And UYU will capture A. Hellstorm gets used. It only finds a small tag. Now the lightning strike. The last of the score streaks of Sukri and Lucky have pulled out 2 specialists. And both were taken down. Oh, this Sukri was, pardon me. Lucky still with that Tempest, trying to let it ring, but UYU's on the point, and they're contesting. Finally, Heretics will look to be ceding control of Zone B, but again, a 3-life differential, and UYU, they did this before, and it did not work out so well for them. Looking for a way to get into the spawn. Methods will find Skies over the middle, and this is the flank from Proto. Double Sogs, both of them running together. Now in the face of Heretic spawn. But meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, Heretics have found all the other straight kills. For the most part. A 2-life advantage, make that 3 for UYU. Again, not having made any progress yet on B. Now we'll grapple in. And we'll start to try to slowly capture this one up. Skies will find a good trade in the metals. 3 players from Heretics coming in. And the radius of the trophy system being exploded will actually finish off what was left of the HP of Mayhem. But UYU still winning on the fight. Skies has found himself 2 kills. Heretics need a contest. Fortunately, they're able to take down Spook, but there are 3 other members here. Metals has to go big. He finds himself a 2nd kill. Needs to find a 3rd. We'll try to grapple away. Oh my goodness. He's able to get away with his life. And that's huge, because now Heretics do have the numbers on point. Can he find Nova? Not able to find the last couple of shots needed. A big fight here between Sukri and Skies. Behind is the spoof grab slam coming through, and an 8-on-4. UYU can trade away every kill that occurs. And they're stacking point. 8-on-2, make that just 1. It's just Journey. And UYU come back with 3 straight points. Unless something miraculous happens, but it won't. 3 straight points on control, and you think back to that moment with Methods. If he's just able to switch to the SOG and use that at close range, maybe he clutches out the 1v2. And it puts this out of conversation, but it will be UYU taking control. We'll move to our final hard point, 2nd and final hard point. There's never 3. Here in game 4 when we come back in just a moment after this play. Hard point when we played on Arsenal. We have not seen much of that on these side streams. So we'll go into battle to see how this goes. Sucking will jump on the point for Heretics first. The kills, as they get traded away, we're mostly looking at whatever the numbers are at the very end. And it looks like UYU will take control numbers-wise. Although Metals did stay alive with Journey, so they will be able to contest for quite some time. Though through the vent is Mayhem. The ICR of Metals just is not ringing true. He has to sit back and heal. Grappling in, by the looks of it, was Spook, but Lucky's there for the assist, and now Metals helping each other. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. As he's got himself an ICR and a SOG, so a very versatile play from Metals so far, as the Heretics will be able to get close to essentially a full-on draw of this first point. It comes down to who can find the rotation kills towards this weapons bay. The spawns initially did favor UYU, so they'll have initial control here. Heretics would need to find a way to either break the spawns or break the point. You would think that they'd want to do point first, spawn second, because the way that this hard point is laid out. And coming over the middle of this little pipeline area, Nova's able to nicely trade back to 2 kills. Looking for a 3rd, we'll jump and find the headshot. And that will result in a lot of capture for UYU early. It was a good effort from Heretics, but Nova shuts it all down very quickly and single-handedly, mind you. Metals, again, playing this clutch contest box. Mayhem will want a challenge, and he will win that battle. Trying to pick those headshots. Looks Methods, but Spook not able to give that away. Mayhem now looking for 2, will find it. And the storyline for me is just that UYU is cleaning up kills that not necessarily they should be getting. They're cleaning up 1 plus the trade. So winning these clutch double kills is giving them a lot of advantage, as you can already see the amount getting to almost about 60 before we rotate. Now Heretics need to have a good point. They were really bad on holding rotations in the first set of hard points. Can they improve and give themselves a shot to have a comeback early on? No one's on the point at the moment. Suku does find a double kill post-mortem. The rest of the Heretics team will clean up, but Proto's already on the flank. Can he force the spawns? Yes, he did. two players from UYU spawn. Mayhem and Nova from the backside. Will Heretics expect this? Looks like no, not so much. Coming in now, looking to contest are the rest of UYU, but Heretics will shut most of this down. Oh my goodness, Skies again. These kills. Skies with 3! These things cannot be allowed to happen if you're Heretics. You need to find the trades. Skies, though, holding a head angle, will find 3 kills over the top. Now looking to lock down potentially long-range gun battle versus Sick. Methods. Methods Sick. It's called Methods. I don't know why we're calling Methods 6. And UYU's already almost to 100 speed round so far for these guys, as the next point will rotate over to that gun placements. Heretics will find the early capture. Again, can they lock down the spawns? UYU's been doing a really good job of putting the pressure on the backside. And once again, Sky's able to take down Methods with a long-range fight that Methods needs to at least put some kind of a contest or a challenge into. And now UYU on the respawns are going to be respawning close while Heretics are spawning all the way out. And now with just one player left, it's just cleaning up Lucky. A very successful retake for UYU, leaving Heretics staggering in. And a cluster nade will be there to help zone. Mayhem with a little bit of an over-aggressive peek will be taken down. And Heretics with a couple of numbers, but again, they're spawning all over the map. And Nova, for some reason, is already out here trying to lock down the office conference room area for the next point, and he'll pop the TAC 5 to make sure the rotation game is won, and Heretics is only left with a little bit of scrap. We're at a 117 to 50. And that lead will increase for UYU as they have the TAC 5, and yeah, they won all of the rotation fight there, as Heretics was left kind of wondering what path they wanted to take to try to even get to the point, let alone to contest it. This is a very difficult hill to break into, because it is quite literally in a corner of the map where there are only really 2 spots that you can come from. And Proto wins a fight that he necessarily shouldn't. We'll try to trade for another, won't find it. But it doesn't make a difference because the rest of UYU are here and they are strong. Heretics, again, 23 seconds. I think you have to contest because the next point is just a 50-50 point. And they will do actually get a little bit of a retake. So again, they'll grab some scrap time, but they desperately need to win the majority of time on one of these hard points in this rotation, or this game will be over. Journey will trade his life away 1 for 1. Another point opening up. UYU are left outside looking in, and if you're Heretics, you need to have a good point here. You need to keep UYU at bay. These double doors telegraph so much movement. And Sukri again from the grave will get a little bit of a kill there with the cluster. But again, UYU does a pretty decent job of trying to penetrate. Spoof with the Mozu on Metals somehow wins that to find himself the last 2 kills of the Heretics that were still contested the point. Now from the vent is Journey, but Spoof just backpedals a little bit and will find some support with the rest of his team. Proned up in a very obvious spot was Sukri, just kind of hiding in plain sight. So Heretics, they did okay in this point, but again, they're allowing way too much capture to happen in this middle phase for UYU. Again, on the back end of what is just 1 player, you need to find these last 8 seconds, and Heretics already rotating around the backside. Looks like they finally will rotate to grab themselves a favorable spawn, and they'll entrap the second hard point. They need to have a good one here. They need to get at least 40 seconds of the 60. Make this a little bit more of a game. Start chipping at that lead, but UYU, a 4-man rotate all the way around the outside of this, and the only player not in this flank is Spoof, who now is trying to find his way in, but will be turned away. So Heretics finally doing a pretty decent job. But as I say that, nobody else rotated back to help with that flank, and I think at that point you need to turn around and get away from the hard point and just win the spawns, because now UYU are flooding in. Lucky with the Tempest will be shut down, and Mayhem uses the War Machine to find a couple of clutch kills, allowing UYU to get, again, what is more control over this point than what Heretics is able to find. We're going to be seeing this get right about the 200 mark. Mayhem with another double kill at the back end of what was the War Machine just about to fade away. He's already rotating over for the statue hardpoint, and he wins another gunfight. He's on a 4 streak. Proto's on a 3. And now we're in the danger zone of potential score streaks coming into play. Vision pulse out for UYU. They'll hit the 200 mark. War Machine flying in. but nobody is offering themselves up as a target, and Proto's found 2 more. He's 5 points away, and finally, Sucker Death, I believe what was the last shot of the War Machine, will take down Proto. But again, UYU not able to get into the point. We're up to almost 220, and the Heretics left staggering. They finally retake the spawns, but it's too little too late. I think at this point, as again, even with the grab slam being used, UYU was already playing the middle portion of the zone, and they're happy to let those spawns go. And they're still out fragging Heretics all over the map. Mayhem with a double kill, looking for a third. Won't be able to find it, but he's on full streaks just before he fell. So now setting up for the gun battery placements. Drone squad's out. Lightning strike being used, although Mayhem will drop. Again, the drone squad being here. This one looks to be just about all but over. 10 seconds until it's all done. Hellstorm comes out just to lock everything down on the rotations. Lucky can't get there. 4 seconds left. Heretics in desperate measures, but nobody's going to be able to touch. And that'll be the end of the set. UYU will win it 3-1, and it makes you wonder if Methods wins that gunfight and we send it to another search and destroy, what happens? But we will not be treated with such a circumstance here today. Heretics will fall in what is their first pool play game against UYU, a team that honestly they should probably have beaten. So there you have it. UYU steals one away from Heretics. Although, to be fair, it's maybe not fair to say steal away because they did about playing them at the end. But you wonder, again, back to that control, I can't get over that. If Methods wins that 1v2 and they win control, and we go to a 5th search and destroy, Heretics win this matchup. What could have been if they don't dig such a hole in the first place from the hard point, and they don't have to make a 120-point comeback. Well, that would have been different as well, but that's not what we're left with. So UYU would improve to 2-2, and Heretics would start their day off at 0-1 for their pool play run. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll have some more games coming up. A couple more that I have my eye on from day 2 were really good games. If you have any that you'd like to see, though, again, in the comments below, let me know what you'd like to see. Or get at me on Twitter, one of the two. I'm open in both spots. I just love to see the interaction coming through for you guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, hope that you keep holding it down. Later, bye-bye.